Hello, it's JANG here with a look at a LEGO Star Wars set from 2011. This is Darth Maul's Sith Infiltrator, the third minifig scaled version of that they've created. This came with 479 pieces. Now, I don't actually own this set. This is on loan from a friend who is also a big Star Wars fan, and especially a fan of Darth Maul, and he has a ton of Darth Maul specific collectible memorabilia pieces. And in turn, this was given to him as a gift from his family back when it was still new and in stores. So big thanks to him for loaning this over to me to share with all of you. The construction of this version of the ship is very different from the last. This adopts a very similar technique to the Star Destroyers that they've made, where they have a Technic base, and you can see the Technic bricks underneath there. That really forms a strong foundation for the whole thing. And then for this whole front section here, they went with plates, so stacked plates that are then hinged to kind of drape down across the sides. Also went back to flat winglet radiator panels, which can fold in quite a bit. Still have, extra details on the back here, but that's using stickers this time, and just changing up the shape a little bit, trying to evolve things. I think they did a good job in here with this center section that's supposed to stick out a little bit. And interestingly enough, the hatch on the top, which is a printed dish piece, is the exact same one that they used on the previous version of the set, so they didn't have to remake that. This whole thing opens up as before. It's larger than before, so you get a fairly generous cockpit section here. And inside that has one printed slope, a couple of control sticks off to the sides, and then there's also a stickered piece right there, and then a matching one on the opposite side. Additionally, you can also pull down this section back here, which kind of acts as a stand-in for a ramp. It doesn't give you a full smooth access all the way up to the cockpit, but behind that is another thing that can be taken out, and this acts as a little bit of storage. And that's just for Darth Maul's lightsaber. So you can pull it directly out with one blade already activated, or you can take out the second blade also and attach that on there. Up front is a big surprise for me. All of this hinges open. Obviously, this model was developed after the cutaway drawing was released to the public, showing what the inside of this ship would look like. So you've got all of your cloak field generators all lined up there. Got a little bit of storage for just two this time of the little seeker probe droids, and there's an interesting little action feature with those. And then most importantly, there is storage for the speeder bike here, and according to the cutaway drawing of the official thing, this is actually where this is supposed to go. We'll look at this separately as well. The action feature with the probe droids involves these little handles. There's one on either side. You just turn that and it opens up a hatch, and the little droid is able to just roll out. On either side of the ship is a single flick-fire missile that you can fire off. And you can also retract the landing gear. They just fold straight back. I guess you could just kind of turn the foot in, or you could turn it the other way to get it up a little bit more close to the belly of the beast. Interestingly enough, there's a very rare error here from LEGO where they included a piece that doesn't have the full amount of color in it. This lift arm piece for this landing strut, you can see through it partially. It's letting some light through. Just didn't have all of the colored bits mixed in with the resin. Just a very rare thing to see from LEGO because they're so good with their quality consistency. With the ship propped up off the ground, clear stand not included, you can also see the range of motion for the winglet radiator thing. So when it's on the ground, it's really supposed to be folded up fully like that, but you can also bring them all the way out to completely vertical, which is probably too far. I think one click in is just about the best that you can do for the more proper kind of flying pose for that. Let's see what that looks like from the front. That's pretty good. Though it's not curved like the real one, quote unquote, real one was. I think it has a pretty proper stance. Of course, you want to have the landing gear folded away for that, but that's pretty properly mean looking, I'd say. Speaking of mean, this set introduced a new face print for Darth Maul, also introduced his Zabrak horns with a print on them as well, and there's a new torso print for Maul there. You bring in also Qui-Gon Jinn here, Captain Panaka, and Amidala as Padme. Of course, we already saw that Maul gets his single or double-sided lightsaber. Not a whole lot to be seen with all this stuff on from the back, but there's a clear look at the torso prints, and also see that Padme had a single alternate face. And there's one other option for Darth Maul himself included with this set, his hood, which of course looks best with the cape on for the full cloak look. Here's Maul's speeder by itself, which is kind of funky in that it uses a single piece for the most part, for most of its structure, just an arch piece, and most of the building is upside down, but I guess it does the trick. And there's how Maul looks actually sitting on the thing. So fortunately, you don't need to crinkle up his cape. You can leave just enough space that he's able to keep the full cloak on and still sit fairly well down into the seat. But he's really just holding on to the handlebars. Nothing else is connected. So that's the 2011 version of the LEGO Sith Infiltrator. This set costs, adjusted for inflation, about twice as much as the previous version, even though it only has about 50% more parts. However, the previous set only had one figure, just Darth Maul. This one includes 4, and this does have a lot more play value to it, a lot more things you can do with it. It's also significantly larger. Obviously, LEGO continues to evolve its design ideas, and we'll be seeing more of those changes on into the future. Thank you very much for watching, and please be sure to leave a comment with your thoughts about this set, and also leave a little thank you JANG's friend for the loan of the set. I've got more videos on the way, so stay tuned, and I'll talk to you again very soon.